Hi everyone, in our last lecture we gone through nice domains. In this lecture we are going to see what are ugly domains and how they are present. Some domains are born ugly and some are uglified by bad specifications. Because of specifications also domains are uglified and we are calling those domains as ugly domains. Domains complexity is essential when we are calculating as nice domains and ugly domains. Ugly domains complexity is very high to solve the problems of ugly domains also. Let us assume the domain complexity is essential. If the ugliness results from bad specifications and the programmer's simplification is harmless, then the programmer has made ugly as good domain. Here some of the properties are there. If the domain is ugly or a nice domain, we have to decide. If the domain is ugly means it has definitely a non-linear boundaries. A domain which consists of non-linear boundaries means that domain is ugly domain. Here non-linear boundaries are so rare in order to programming that there is no information on how programmers might correct such boundaries if they are essential. If a domain boundary is essentially non-linear, it's unlikely that programmer will make it as linear. That means programmer can made the ugly domains as nice domains. Why? Because the domain which consists of linear boundaries means then the domain we will call as nice domains, which is seen in our previous lecture. This is how we can decide that domains are ugly with this property non-linear boundaries. If any domain consists of non-linear boundaries means then we will call it as ugly domains. Another property is there. The property is ambiguities and contradictions. In ugly domains there are many ambiguities and contradictions. Let us see what are the ambiguities that are present in ugly domains and contradictions present in ugly domains. Actually, domain ambiguities are holes in the input space. The holes may lie within domain or in cracks between domains. I will show these holes in an example. Let us go with our theoretical part first, and we will make it as practical by drawing a figure with holes. Actually, a hole in a one variable input space is easy to see. Previously I told that if one variable is there means it is called as a number line domain, and two variable means planar, and three variable means hyperplane, like this. Here a hole in a one variable input space is easy to see. An ambiguity for two variables can be difficult to spot. That means if one variable domains are present, then the holes means here ambiguity is easy to see. For two variables it is difficult to spot, especially if boundaries are lines going to every which way. Ambiguities in three or more variables are almost impossible to spot without formal analysis. See here, I written here, if a hole in the one variable input space is easy to see. Ambiguity for two variables are difficult to spot. Ambiguity in three or more variables are almost impossible to spot. Means ambiguity, if the variables increases means ambiguity also increases, and we cannot spot those ambiguities in those variables, and the domains remains as ugly domains only. If the hole in the one variable input space is there, it is easy to solve, and we will make it as a nice domain from ugly domain. Previously I told that ambiguities are the holes. Here I am showing this ambiguities in this figure. See, it is a domain, it is a complete domain. Here in this complete domain some of the gaps are present here and here. When a gap is present means it is a hole. We will consider as it is a hole. If there is a hole in the domain, that means when a gap is present in the domain, then we will call it as a hole or it has an ambiguity. If there is any ambiguities in the domains, then the domain will call as ugly domains. In previous lecture we gone through about complete boundaries. The complete boundaries are like this. In previous lecture I showed like this. If the boundary is like this means, then we will not call it as a complete boundary. Why? Because there are some gaps between these spaces. If there are gaps between the boundaries, then we will call as those domains as ugly domains. Means boundaries which are not complete, then we will call as ugly domains. See, in the same way here also we are going to see these holes which are like as gaps. If there are gaps means definitely these domains are called as ugly domains. These domains we are calling as ugly domains. Why? Because of ambiguities. It is in this example it is another domain. Let it we call it as a B domain. It is a domain. Here B domain is overlapped here with A. If there is any overlap means it is also called as ambiguity. Why? Because bits in the B domain and the bits in the A domain are overlapped, and the result will displayed as differently, which is not correct. That is why it is also called as ugly domains. Here B also here calling as a ugly domain. Why? Because it is overlapped with A. Another problem in this figure is contradiction. Contradiction means here dual closures. See, this domain is closed here and also closed here. If a domain closed twice, then there is a contradiction. Why? Because we can't know where it is exactly closed, here or here it is closed. If we did not know about this closure means we can't decide the boundaries of the domain. That is why it is a contradiction part. Whenever there is a dual closures means it is a contradiction. If there is a contradiction means the domains are called as ugly domains. Here I am showing another type of ambiguity. See here, one side opened and one side closed. Here it is closed domain and here it is opened. When one side it is open means it is an ambiguity or missing boundaries. If a boundary is missed, we cannot locate the domains properly. If there is any missing boundaries means then there is definitely an ambiguity is present. If the ambiguity is present, then the domain is called as ugly domain. So this domain is also called as ugly domain. It is a not nice domain. Why it is not nice domain means its boundaries are not closed properly. One side closed and one side open here. Formal ambiguity detection is provided by specification languages and tools designed for this purpose. There are two kinds of contradictions are possible: overlap domain specifications and overlap closure specifications, as seen in this figure. The programmer's reaction will be to treat the overlap as belonging either to domain A or domain B. Here this part how the programmer will think means it belongs to domain A or domain B. If he thinks it belongs to domain A, then there is a problem definitely, which the result will display is differently what we expect. Let's grant the situation 50-50 bug chance here. Here there is a bug chance. In this, it is a specific kind of overlap or special kind of overlap. It looks different because we are conscious of the difference between 1 and 2 dimensions. The two cases are just overlapped domains with a 2-dimensional overlap and a 1-dimensional overlap respectively. Here are some of the solutions that are made by the programmers to make ugly domains as nice domains. There are 3 generic cases that are concavities, holes and disconnected pieces. The programmers and testers reaction to complex domain is the same: simplify. I will show the figure how to solve these holes, ambiguities and overlap domains to make it as a nice domains. Another case is concavities. It is another generic case. Those cases which are seen before, these are the cases which are used to make ugly domains as nice domains. How the holes are filled and how the disconnected pieces are connected, we seen previously. Another one is concavities. Actually in previous lecture we went off with the convex property. What is meant by convex property? Convex if you can take two arbitrary points on any two different boundaries, join them by a line, and all points on that line lie within the figure, then the domain is called as nice domain. Let us draw one example for this concavities. Like this, one domain is present. If you plot a point here, and we will plot a point here, if we join these 2 points, this line is laid in this figure or not. We have to check that situation. According to this figure, if we join means that line is not in this figure, so it is missing convexing. So we have to maintain convex like this. Here we are filling the other part of the diagram with the values. Then it is considered as convex property. Why? Because if we put a point here and if we put a point here, if we join these 2 points here, means the line must be laid in the same figure, then the domain having convex boundaries. If there is a convex boundaries means, then we will call it as nice domains. This is how the programmer is used to maintain the ugly domains, by making concavities, by filling holes, by joining the disconnected pieces, as I shown in the figure. This is all about ugly domains. In our next lecture, we are going to see domain testing and domain testing strategies.